All right, guys, here's I wanted to do a systems of equations example problem. And first I just want to set up the problem, and I'll make a second video explaining how to solve this equation with substitution. But first, let's look at the problem. Evan and Josie are starting competing businesses. Josie sets up shop in a swanky part of town. Her fruit stand costs $65 to set up. She sells fruit for $5 a piece. Evan sets up his fruit stand in a back alley for $25. He sells fruit for $3 a piece. At what amount of fruit sold will lead them to both have the same amount of money? Well, if you think about it, the setup cost, which is $65 for Josie, and it's $25 for me, we're we should look at that as essentially that being negative, or at least in this case, that's how I looked at it. So what I did is I then made Josie's equation. I know that she makes $5 per piece of fruit, so $5 per piece of fruit. X is going to be fruit, Y is going to be money, and so $5 per piece of fruit. That's how I got this equation. Y equals 5 times X, so 5 times the pieces of fruit minus 65. So the minus 65 is the setup cost, right? Because essentially Josie had to spend that amount of money to set up her swanky fruit shop. Um, I I set up fruit in a sketchier part of town. So my fruit stand only cost $25 to set up. So that's why in my equation, right, it's the minus 25, but I can only charge $3 per piece of fruit. So 3 times the number of fruit. I hope that makes sense. So y would be money. That's dependent on x, which is the amount of fruit that I'm going to sell. So notice both the x and the y in both of these equations are x is fruit in both equations and y is money in both equations. And this allows us to graph both equations and to find a solution, right? Here's my y-intercept at negative 25. Here's Josie's at negative 75. Here we go. Here we go. Looks like I need to sell little over 8 pieces of fruit to break even to start making money. Josie needs to sell roughly 13. Now we're actually have made some money. Oh, here's where we actually have made the same amount of money. When we sell 20 pieces of fruit, we would have made $35. So if at the level of 20 pieces of fruit, we would have made $35. That's where we're identical. I'm going to show us how to solve this equation by substitution next in the next video. Thanks for watching.